This presentation is targeted at friends and business associates that I know in the northeast of England, and it's an opportunity to help you get in front of more relevant customers for far less cost. In fact, it will end up costing you absolutely nothing. So this is the front page of our Northeast Fair site. If you select the main site map, you can see we have a whole lot of content. Some general content with news headlines, Twitter accounts from celebrities and so on. We also have regional content, including an excellent section for all our local football teams. We have content for the Northeast business community and for the 12 locations of the northeast of England. But we're looking at one particular site in particular which you think as everybody in the northeast would be interested in looking at, and it's the things that people say. So if we now select that option, we're going to go through to that particular page and site. You can see we have several subsections here: slips and gaffes, insurance claims. One that I particularly like is courtroom quotations, a whole lot of other sections, things that kids say, and some things that people have written down as questions or suggestions and complaints, etc. So what we're offering, if I select this option again to display the front page again, is you can have one of these areas here in front. So there'll be 10 areas in front of this audience. And again, as we mentioned before, we think everybody in the northeast will be interested in going to this page because it's fun. It's going to help relieve stress and so on. So you will have one of these options. If you select that option, you can put your own logo in, text in, and as many links as you wish. So a prime position in front of the potentially the whole northeast of England. Now these would normally retail at £180 per annum, which is just £15 a month, which is 50 pence a day. But our special offer is it's a one-off charge of just £60, and you will have this position for life. We'll be constantly adding more and more content to this section. As we already mentioned, once we go into profit, we will actually give you your £60 back, and you will still have that position. So you'll have ended up getting a prime position in front of a site we believe most of the northeast community would want to go to, that's ended up costing you nothing. The other option, there's only one of these, is to actually have this area here where you can have your own logo in, again your own text and links and so on. And that would normally go at £360 per annum, which again is only £20 per month. But we're going a special offer here with just £120, and again once we go into profit you'll end up getting that back. So that's the limited options that we have available for you. If you are interested, you would need to go down to the advertise section, select the fund section, and if you want to be the sponsor, select the sponsor option. You'll see that it's normally £360, but we put it down to £120. Again, if you want to select one of the 10 individual versions, then it's £60, was £180, now £60. Enter your details and click the order now button. So great ways to get in front of the audience that covers the whole northeast of England, which inevitably will include some of your targeted customers. But if you're not actually interested in that area, you may be interested in some of our other areas. So if we go to the main site map, it may be you want to check some of these out, especially the special offers section. Or in terms of the regional content, you may be interested in one of these sites. So for example, for our football sites, you see we've got these several different pages: Sunderland, Newcastle, Middlesbrough, Hartlepool, Gateshead, Darlington, Berwick, the World Cup bid, and some other news sections. So if I selected Gateshead FC, you can see there's a whole lot of Gateshead FC content that's available, and similarly with the likes of Hartlepool United, you can see all the content that we have available for the Hartlepool fans. So you could have one of these areas for just a one-off charge of £60, again with your money back, or you could sponsor one of these pages for just £120, and again you'll end up getting your money back. So this is a way to not just actually get free advertising, but to get a competitive, sustainable advantage because you have claimed that particular site. Again, you might want to choose one of the business community areas, in particular the business support. We've got a whole lot of excellent video channels available, so you might want to sponsor one of these. So some great opportunities to get in front of your targeted audience that's going to end up costing you absolutely nothing. But it is a limited offer. You really must act as soon as you can. Always a case of just selecting the advertise option, which will take you through to that relevant section. So as you can see, this is for the business community. If you wanted to sponsor one of those presentation sections, you'd simply take the option here. That concludes this brief presentation on this option that's available. It will end up costing you absolutely nothing.